What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Scene Scream, the place where horror never dies, it just gets rebooted. Let's talk slashers and the rumors creeping in from the shadows. We have some huge news regarding Friday the 13th, some talks about an urban legend reboot, a Blair Witch reboot, and we have an extra juicy rumor at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned for that. 16 years have now passed since we last saw Jason on the big screen. Since that bloody night in 2009 when the machete-wielding icon made his last cinematic appearance, the hockey mask has gathered more dust than blood. But now, he's stirring, because Friday the 13th is back. It's official, pre-production has just begun on the brand new Friday the 13th TV series, heading exclusively to Peacock. According to reports, this isn't a reboot, it's not another cash-in slasher. The series, titled Crystal Lake, being helmed by Brian Fuller, the guy behind Hannibal, promises to dive deep into the mythology of Camp Crystal Lake like never before. We're talking prequels, reimaginings, and possibly even new origins for both Pamela and Jason Voorhees. On top of pre-production starting, we also now have a confirmed star in Linda Cardellini to play as Pamela Voorhees in this prequel. She's looking to put herself in yet another horror franchise as she's coming off the 2019 Curse of La Llorona, directed by Michael Chaves, that's inside of the Conjuring universe. Let me know your guys' thoughts on that casting. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited to see how she'll be as Pamela Voorhees. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because of the long-standing legal battle over the franchise rights, the series can only use characters and elements from the original 1980 film. If you don't remember, that movie didn't have Jason Voorhees as the primary killer. It was actually his mom, Pamela Voorhees, that was the killer behind it all. That means in this TV series, there's going to be no adult Jason in the hockey mask. They only own the rights to his mom, Pamela Voorhees, and young Jason. This could be the definitive deep dive into Jason's twisted legacy, and it's finally moving forward after years of legal hell between the original creators. The big question stands: is this going to be another no passion cash grab, or will this finally be the resurgence Jason has needed? Only time will tell. Alright, we're trading machetes and cabins for college campuses because urban legend, the 1998 cult classic where the kills were straight out of campfire tales, is creeping back into the conversation. It's not the first time whispers of a return have surfaced. Back in 2020, there was a reboot in the works with a modern social media twist, but like many horror projects, it was quietly buried. Now, sources are saying it's being resurrected. Sony's Screen Gems is reviving the franchise with a new reboot currently in early development. Gary Dauberman, known for his work on It, Annabelle, and the upcoming Until Dawn adaptation, is set to produce. The script was penned by Shanra Wakefield, and Neil H. Moritz, producer of the original film, is in negotiations to return. This reboot aims to explore how urban legends have evolved in the digital age, delving into the impact of social media, viral content, and the online forums on modern folklore. The original 1998 film was set in a New England university where a series of murders mirrored popular urban legends. It featured a cast including Jared Leto, Alicia Witt, and Rebecca Gayheart, and while it didn't reach the heights of Scream, it garnered a dedicated fan base and spawned 2 sequels. As of now, there's no official release date for the new film, but it's clear that the team is aiming to revitalize the slasher genre with a contemporary twist. 25 years ago, the Blair Witch Project redefined horror, plunging us into the woods with nothing but a camcorder and sheer terror. Now, the legend is stirring once more. Lionsgate and Blumhouse are collaborating to bring a new chapter to the Blair Witch saga. This marks the first time these 2 studios are teaming up on the franchise. Blumhouse is known for reviving other horror IPs like Halloween and The Exorcist. However, none of those garnered any traction from critics nor audiences. This partnership aims to reimagine the horror classic, tapping into the raw, unsettling atmosphere that made the original a phenomenon. Up-and-rising horror director Oliver Park is reportedly at the helm, with the original creators Eduardo Sanchez and Daniel Myrick involved as producers. While plot details remain under wraps, the project promises to delve deeper into the mythology of the Blair Witch, potentially exploring untold stories and new perspectives. As we wait for more details, one thing is certain: the woods are calling.
What's your favorite scary movie?
To wrap up some recent news, we have to talk about the most persistent, the most divisive, and the most hyped theory floating around the Scream universe right now. If you've been following behind-the-scenes buzz around the new Scream movie in early development, you've probably heard it. Stu Macher might be coming back. As a firm believer in the fact that Stu Macher is dead, the evidence is stacking up. Let's break it down. Stu was one half of the original killer duo alongside Billy Loomis. He's presumed dead after getting a CRT TV dropped on his dome. But we never actually saw a body bag, no funeral, no headstone, just a lot of chaos, blood, and a very satisfying electrocution. And that was it. We never heard from him again, and it was never theorized by Wes that it could be a possibility until, in early drafts of Scream 3, writer Kevin Williamson originally planned for Stu to survive and be the mastermind behind a group of high school Ghostface copycats pulling the strings from prison. That plot got shelved after Columbine, but the seed was planted. Fast forward some years, and Matthew Lillard himself told ET Canada in a 2022 interview that, quote, "I think Stu is alive. I think he's been watching from afar." And then, in Scream 2022, there's a subtle nod during the Kirby interview Easter egg on YouTube, and the headline reads, "Did the real-life Stu Macher survive?" Coincidence? Not in this franchise. But it begs the question, why now? Why take so long to bring back such an iconic character, especially from a franchise who is not afraid to bring characters back? Well, the franchise is in a state of flux. Jenna Ortega's exit alongside others, the Neve Campbell negotiations, and rumors of a soft reboot or legacy final, bringing back one of the last untouched original killers could tie the entire saga together in a huge way. So is Stu Macher coming back in the next Scream? Nothing is confirmed yet, but the groundwork is definitely there. The writers have the lore, the actor is more than game, and fans, we're all ready to scream again. If the upcoming film leans into legacy and shock value, a Stu return could be the biggest twist since Billy Loomis showed up as a ghost hallucination. That's just the theory. What do you think? Is Stu dead and buried, or has he been hiding behind the mask all this time? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to stab that like button and subscribe for more horror updates, deep cuts, and slasher breakdowns every week.